Okay, so today we will continue with chapter 7, all right, which is sample space, all right. So we will have, first of all, we're going to learn what's the meaning of sample space. So what is sample space? Sample space is how you actually record your outcomes. Okay, how do you actually record your outcomes? Like I collect probability data and how do I put it into a graph, or how do I put it into a chart? All right, that is what sample space is. All right, so you'll be learning 4 different types of sample spaces. Today we will only cover the first 2. Okay, list and grids, I'll show you what it is later. Venn diagram, you have done it in school, the one with the bubbles. Tree diagram, the one that branches out. Okay, and a two-way table. So out of these 4, list and grids and two-way table, you have never done before. So today I will do the first 2. Okay, and basically you will need to identify which method to use based on the nature of the question. So you don't worry, usually in the question they already give you the diagram, you just fill it up and so on and so forth. Okay, all right, so let's look. Okay, so there are 4 methods. The first 2 is what we're going to cover today. So I'll start off with list or grids. All right, so let's look in your manual. Where are we now? Basically, we are here, right? So I will be doing this in a bit. Okay, so this is listing out your outcomes basically. Okay, in a deck of cards. So you must be well versed with cards now that we're doing probability. All right, there are 4 suits. What is 4 suits? Suits means there are 4 different type of shapes. You have hearts. Okay, you have diamonds. You have spades, and you have clubs. Okay, 4 different shapes. Okay, and of which half of it are red and half of it are black. In total, there are 52 cards. Please be well versed with this from now on, because you will get questions like that. And don't ask me, oh, I don't know lah. You have to know. Okay, there are 52 cards in a deck, and there are 13 cards of each shape. That means for hearts, there are 13 cards. For diamonds, there are 13 cards. For this, there are 13. Understand? All right. Okay, so let's look at the next part. So this is just listing out your outcomes. Putting it in grids is basically just putting it into tables. Okay, so I'll show you what this means actually. So this is when you actually roll 2 dice, okay, and the outcomes of the dice. So basically this is the outcome. When you roll a dice, the dice go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So 2 dice. So this is the first dice, or it can be anyone like this, the first or the second, but this is just the outcome of the dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So grids are just simply putting it into a table. So this is grids of total, meaning when you total it up, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3. Do you see that? 1 plus 3 is 4, 1 plus 4 is 5, 1 plus 5 is 6, 1 plus 6 is 7. So basically these are totals. Okay, and these are just listing out the pairs. So this is the outcomes of the dice, the first and the second dice respectively. So you write down the outcome 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, well, like that. You're just writing out the outcome. Meaning when I roll 2 dice, what do you get? Oh, you get 2, 1. That means one dice says 2, the other one says 1. Or you get both 2, one dice says. So this is what you call grid of pairs. You're just listing out the pairs. Grid of totals, you are listing out the totals. Okay, so the probability of the total is 8. So how to find that the total is 8? Where got 8? So look at your total grid. If you want total, you look at total. So how many 8s do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gives you 5 out of, what's the total here? How many outcomes do you have altogether? Okay, so right now in the manual, okay, on the slides we are still here. Okay, we'll just complete this, then we will move on. So you find the total here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 36, right? Understand? Why 36? Total is 36 here, isn't it? All right, so same goes to this. The probability of it being a prime number. So total, that means we are looking at these grids. So total prime numbers. What is prime number? 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, so you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, no, 9 is not a prime number, right? A common mistake within students is they will say 1 is a prime number and 9 is a prime number. So that's why I wanted to show you 1 and 9 is not a prime number, okay? Prime number is what you have 2, 3, 5, 7, and in this case you have 11. So you count the number of prime numbers over 36. Total being 10 or more. So 10 or more, 10 is included. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 out of 36, your answer will be 1 out of 6. Total being more than 10, 10 not included. So that's only 3 over 36. Answer will be 1 out of 12. Okay, the probability of it being a pair. Pair means we'll be looking at this. A pair of prime numbers. That means both must be prime numbers. So wherever got 1, you cannot accept. 3 and 1, all these cannot. Because 1 is not a prime number. There must be a pair. That means both are prime numbers. Okay? So here also you cannot accept. So you only left with this. Because wherever got 1, you cannot accept. So both are prime numbers. 2, 2. These are all prime numbers, right? These two. Like that. That's what I need you to do. Okay? Then 25 would be a prime number as well, isn't it? Both are prime. 2 is a prime number. 5 is also a prime number. This one, 3, 2, 3, 3. 3, 2. 3 is a prime number. 2 also prime number. 3, 5. Do you see that? What's going on here? Okay, both must be prime numbers. Understand? So 4, 2 cannot. 4 is not a prime number. 4 cannot. 4 cannot, right? All these no, cannot. Out. So 5, 2 can. Correct or not? 5, 2, 5, 3. Both must be prime numbers. 5, 5. So 6 you can't really because 6 is an even number already. So cannot. So you count the total. You will have 9 over 36. Final answer. Round it off accordingly. The probability of being a pair of same numbers. That means both also same number. So which one is both same? You have 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 36. Answer is 1 over 6. Alright? Okay, so basically this is grids. You're putting it into grids. What is list? You're just listing out the outcome. So that is quite easy. So firstly, when I ask you, what is equally likely? Equally likely means same probability. Equally likely means same probability. Okay, so let's take a look at exercise 7.1. So I'll use the slides for this. So here they've listed out all the outcomes for you. If the 3 letters are arranged at random, what's the probability? It will be EAT. So you just see that EAT is here, 1 out of 6. Starts with the A, how many? 1, 2. 2 out of 6, answer 1 over 3. Ends with E, how many ends with E? 1, 2. 2 out of 6, 1 over 3. Not have T in the middle. So how many don't have T in the middle? Okay, so you will have, this one got T in the middle, this one cannot. Not have T, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 6, answer is 2 over 3. Or you can choose the one with the T, which is 1 and 2. 2 over 6. So the one that don't have a T is 4 over 6. Complementary law. Okay, so these are all pretty much straightforward now. Okay, you have 4 letters. A, S, P, T were arranged into various combinations of letters. So if you look at your manual here, right, they didn't give you. So I would ask you, please don't waste your time and go and write down all the combinations because you will not be tested. Just copy my slides. Okay, just copy the slide and calculate the probability accordingly. Okay. A child makes a spinner which on 100 spins, that means it's out of 100 now. Alright, that means the total frequency is 100. Find the probability it will result in a 2. 2. 10 out of 100, answer will be 1 over 10. What's the probability? It's a 6. 15 out of 100, lowest form, 3 over 20. Even number. So how many even number you have? 10, 22, 10, 22 and 15. So you add up, you will get 47 over 100. More than 4, 4 not included. So 20 plus 15 plus 13. So what do you get? 48 over 100, lowest form, 12 over 25. More equals to 4, now 4 is included. So you add all this up. Alright, you will get 70 over 100. Final answer 7 over 10. Less than 3. Less than 3, 3 not included. So it will be 22 over 100. Final answer 11 over 50. Okay, let's first of all go back to the manual so you know what I'm talking about. So here you will see this table. So now you need to fill up the table. What are they talking to you just now? I already taught you just now. So here what are they talking about? Fill in the table with 36 equally likely outcome for rolling 2 dice and summing the numbers. So summing the numbers, what does that tell you? They want the total. So you just fill up the total. 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 1 plus 3 is 4, 1 plus 4 is 5. This will be 6, this will be 7, 2 plus 1 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5. So just fill up. Fill up accordingly. So you will get this, the totals. You fill up the totals and then you just calculate the probability. What's the probability of getting a 9? 4 out of 36. Alright, so you will basically 1 out of 9. 6, what's the probability of getting a 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 36. Not 6, complementary law. If 5 out of 36, then not 6 will be 31 out of 36. What's the probability? It's a 5. 1 out of 9. Why? 4 out of 36. Less than 5. Less than 5 is all this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 36, answer is 1 over 6. These two are not complementary of each other. Less than 5 is here. Greater than 5 is here. 5 is not included, so you got to calculate. So greater than 5 is 6 onward. So you calculate all this, you will get 13 over 18. Okay, this is basically writing out the pairs. These are creeds, but they're writing out the pairs, meaning when you roll a dice and you toss a coin. Okay, you roll one die and you toss the coin. So you roll one die, the outcomes is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you toss a coin, you either get a head or a tail. So they're listing out the first outcome will be you get a head first, then you get a 1. Or you get a head, then you get a 2. Or you get a head, then you get a 3. Or you get a tail, then you get a 1. Like that. Okay, determine the probability that when the die is rolled and the coin is tossed, the result will be a head on the coin. So how many you have a head on the coin? 1. Here also got head, head, head. So you have 6 out of 12. Answer is 1 over 2. A 2 on the dice. A 2 on the dice is here. 2 out of 12. Answer is 1 over 6. A tail on the coin n. So when you see n, both must be there together. That is n. That means it must be a tail and a 6. So a tail and a 6 is 1 out of 12. A tail on the coin or. The big word here is or. Or means either it's a tail or it's a 6. So that means anything with a tail and anything with a 6 you can accept. Okay. So either it's a tail or it's a 6. Alright. So anything with a tail and a 6 you will accept. So all these got tail, right? So that is 6. And then there is one more thing that you can accept here, which is this. Alright. So you have 6 plus 1, which is 7. Why can you accept this? Because or what? There is a 6 here, so you must accept. So it is 7 out of 12. So there is a difference between and or. And both must be together. Or, if the word is or, wherever got tail, wherever got 6, both you can accept. So you add it all up. A head on the coin and an odd number on the die. And a head on the coin. So wherever got head and odd number, you accept. So head and odd number, H1, H3, H5, that's only 3. 3 out of 12, answer 1 over 4. Either a 6 on the die or a head on the coin, but not both. That means you accept a 6 and you accept head, but not both. So I accept head and I accept 6, but not both. That means all these I can accept. This one cannot. This one is both what? And this. So that's why it's 6 over 12, answer 1 over 2. Okay, 7.1. Okay, next one. Okay, this one I would advise you to basically refer to my slide. Okay, or you can go back to this page where I've already drawn the diagrams for you. They're here, page 150, where both the diagrams are already here. You don't need to redraw, don't waste your time. So basically you are going to answer this question by referring to that. Or either you want to refer to my slide, it's up to you. Okay, because you need both. They want pair and they want total. You see, they want pair and they also want the total, so you need both. So 2 on any dice. How to get 2 on any dice? Alright, so you need to use this. You see how many 2s there? Just add up and you get 11 out of 36. A pair of odd number and a 4. That means, what does it mean? That means now you want to look at the pairs. That means one must be an odd number and one must be a 4. Understand? So one must be an odd number and one must be a 4. So these are the outcomes that you're looking at. So you refer to this table and count. A total, that means we're going to look at totals now, of more than 7 on both dice. More than 7, you will have all these things. So you add up and you get the probability of more than 7. A pair of prime numbers. A pair of prime numbers means what? Both are prime numbers. So what is that? 1 is not a prime number. You have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, that sort of thing. So all these are your pair of prime numbers. Basically from here, that will be a total 1 out of 4. A prime number and an even number. What does that mean? That means you have a pair now. 1 is a prime number and 1 must be an even number. It can be in any order. But 1 is a prime number, 1 is an even number. So here I've also highlighted here for you. Alright, so have a look. So 1 is a prime number, 1 is an even number. 2 is also an even number and also a prime number. Even number, prime number. Even number, prime number. Even number, prime number. Even number 6, prime number is 2. Prime number is 3, even number is 2. You understand? So it's like that. It's a pair. Okay, so that is list and grids. We are pretty much done with 7.1. Okay, now we're going to move on to Venn diagram. Okay, Venn diagram is this diagram you have done in school before. Okay, so let's take a look at the notations that you need to learn. So when you see something like that, it means universal set. What is universal set? Everything in that set. When you see the set face, it means intersection. It means end. So this you must be very clear. Intersection is end. You see this happy face or you see U, it's union. That means everything. You see this apostrophe or these two mean the same thing. Don't come and tell me at the end of it, I don't know what this means. A lot of students, because they are used to seeing this, when they see this, they don't know. This and this is the same. It's complement of the set. A is the set, A prime is not it. Or the one with the little line on top is the same. This is subset. If I'm saying A is a subset of B, that means A is inside B. Every member of A also appears in B. This means empty set, meaning there is nothing in the set. This is number of elements in the set. Both mean the same. NS or the S like that, it means in that set there are 57 elements. Okay? So what does that, let's look at the Venn diagram. What does it actually mean? Okay. This means only A. Yeah, because if you look, this is A, this is B, right? This is only A. This is A and B. This is only B. Same goes to a 3 Venn diagram, 3 set. This is only A. This is A and B only because it's not inside here. Inside here is all 3. Understand? Here is A and C only. B and C. The word only is very important here. This is only B. This is only C. So now if you look in your diagram here, you need to fill this up for me. Okay, I want you to try first. Pause the video and try to fill up. What I want you to fill up is not like this, you know. I want you to use these notations. So how to do? Actually, there is a very short method to do it. I like to use this method. The whole diagram, you just fill up with A intersection B. Everywhere. That means without this, you fill up everywhere with A intersection B. Everywhere. Okay? Everywhere you fill up with A intersection B, then I will teach you. So now, the middle here is A intersection B, that is correct. What is here? Here is only A, right? You don't want B, right? You put a prime at B. Here is only B, right? You don't want A, you put a prime at A. Understand or not? Here is what? Not A, not B. Both also you don't want, so you put a prime on both. So that's why I like to teach students. You fill up the whole diagram with A intersection B. Then you just put the prime, the apostrophe wherever required. Like here you will put at B because you don't want B, it's only A. Here you will put at A because you don't want B. Because you don't want A, it's only B. Here is both. Here you don't want both, so you put an apostrophe on both. So we use the same concept here. Everywhere you fill up with A, the same thing. I want all, okay, I will show you now. Show you with one, okay? So everywhere I want you to fill up like that. Okay, everywhere you fill up like that. I'll just show you with one bubble, easier. Wait, okay. So everywhere you just fill up with this. So now the middle is correct, A intersection B. You've got all 3, right? Here, what you don't want? What you don't want? It's only A and B, right? You don't want C because C is not supposed to be included in this. So you put it there. Okay, do you see that? All right. Here, you only want A and C. What you don't want here? B is not included. So you put a prime on B. Do you see that? Okay. Here, you only want A, right? Only A. So you don't want B, you don't want C. So you put a thing there, the apostrophe there, the prime, or in other words, it's called prime. So you put it on B and C. So same goes to this. Here is only B, you put a prime on A and C. Here is only C, you put a prime on A and B. Here you only want B and C, you don't want A, so you put a prime. Wherever you don't want, just put a prime. Then outside you put a prime on all three because you don't want all three. These two means the same. You want to use the union and put a prime outside, or you want to do it this way, it's the same thing. Okay, all right, so that's the fastest way to basically do it. Okay, exercise 7.2 number 1. All right, so let's take a look. So basically what they want you to do is just write down the elements inside. So what is A intersection B? 21. A intersection B prime. What is that? Where is A intersection B prime? Outside. Okay. A union B. A union B is everything inside A and B. So 14, 21, 12, 15, 18. A prime. That means everything but A. So what I want you to do is cover this A. That means you don't want these two. You don't want 14. You want everything but 14 and 21. Understand? Everything but 14, because this whole thing is A. So you don't want A. Everything else but A. B. Everything else but B. B prime, right? Everything else but B. So 12, 21, 18, 15. Everything else but these 4 numbers. A prime intersection B prime outside. Okay? A prime intersection B. That means you only want B. 12, 15, 18. Alright? Okay, now what are you supposed to do in question 2 is basically this. You need to fill up the Venn diagram with this. So universal set means the whole set consists of this 1 to 15. A, that means only A. That means if this A, B, C, that means this whole thing will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B will have 2, 4, 6, 8. So you need to see where is it similar, where is it intersecting, and where all 3 have the same number. So all 3 have which same number? Have a look. 6. I believe all 3 has 6. If you have a look, right? So you need to fill up. Why do I put a dot in front? Is because these are elements. When you fill up elements, you put a dot. But when you fill up total, like this is total, no need to put dot. This is element, so you're filling up one by one. So 6 is right in the middle because all 3 has 6. A and B have what in common? A and B has 2 and 4 in common. So 2 and 4. C doesn't have 2 and 4, isn't it? So C has 3. A and C has 3. Can you see that? So the balance will go outside, and the one that doesn't belong in any set is right outside. So you take your time, fill it up, shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's look at exercise 7.2. How many students like both baseball and handball? That means they like and. The word is and. When you see and, it is intersection. And the word only is not here. This is very important. Students always make a mistake here. Both baseball and handball. That means this and this. That means this whole intersection, which is 7 plus 17. They never ask you probability. They just ask you total. You just total it up and write it down. How many students like handball or? The word is or. Or is union. Handball or wrestling means you have to take all this union. That means I want all this. So you're going to take all these numbers and add it up. 17 plus 13, 7, 17 plus 13 plus 7 plus 4 plus 3 plus 10. Union. That is all. Understand? How many students like both handball and wrestling? So if handball and wrestling is this part. But they say but not baseball. So handball and wrestling only, that makes it 4. So the word only and the but not makes a big difference. If they just say and, you want the whole thing. But not and all that, then it's not the whole thing anymore. How many students like handball or wrestling but not baseball? Handball or wrestling. So handball or wrestling, I'm talking about this whole union here like just now, but not baseball. So meaning you cannot add the baseball numbers anymore. That means this one is out. So you just take 10, 4 and 13, which is 27. How many students do not like either baseball or handball? That means they don't like baseball, they don't like handball. These two is out, they don't like this. So you are left with 10 who only like wrestling and 14 who like nothing. That means these two is out. You don't want these two already. So you are left with 14 plus 10, 24. How many students like both baseball and wrestling? So baseball and wrestling, but not handball. That's only 3. If they never put the but not, then it's the whole thing. But they put but not, so you only want this part. How many students like baseball or wrestling, but not handball? Baseball or wrestling, but not handball. So they like baseball or wrestling, but not handball. All right, the word is or, so you have 16 plus 3 plus 10, because this one you cannot include. How many students like both baseball, handball, and they like all 3? 7. How many students like baseball and wrestling? So no but not, right? So baseball and wrestling is the whole intersection, which is 10. Okay, moving on. The diagram below represents a class of children. G is the set of girls, so G is girls. And F is the set of children who like football. Okay, so girls who like football. That means they are girls and they like football. That gives diagram B. So you must understand, F is children. That means includes boys and girls. So they are girls and they like football is B. Girls who dislike football. That means girls who don't like football will be D, right? That means they're just girls. They don't like football. Boys who like football. So if it's boys who like football, I cannot shade any part of this. This one must be out of the story. So they are just boys who like football. Boys who dislike football will be outside, because I cannot shade girl, I cannot shade football, so it will be outside. All right, so let's now start with okay, exercise 7.3 is where you will start filling up the diagram. I will go through briefly. If you have any questions, you just ask. Okay, I'll go through some, then the others you got to possibly sort of start managing it on your own. All right. All of the members of a group of 30 teenagers belong to at least one club. There are 3 clubs here: chess, drama, and art. 6 of the teenagers belong only to the art club. So only art 6. That's how you do this. You understand? 5 belong to all 3. You fill up in the middle. Okay, first of all, you label chess, drama, art first. You follow this way, then it's easier for you to follow my slide. Don't go and put C, D, A, then you'll be, telling me why is it here and there. Just follow this, will be easier. Chess, drama, art. Okay? So chess, drama, art. So all 3, 5 in the middle. 15 belongs to the art club. That means art club in total must be 15. That means you total up this, must be 15. 2 teenagers belong only to the chess club. So only to the chess club is 2. 3 belong only to the drama club. So 3 belong only here. So basically it's not very difficult to fill it up already. Okay, because why? I'll just show you. So basically you have 5 right in the middle. You have 6 here. Okay, and then you have 2 here. So basically you already know the total must be 30. There are 3 clubs. Okay, so we are right here now. Okay, so you should be able to add up and fill up, but when you total it up must be 30. Why outside is 0? Because all belong to at least one club. Okay, so in this question now you have 6 here, you have 5 here, you have 2 here. Okay, and then you know the total for art club must be 15. So 15 minus all this will give you 2 here. You understand? Okay, so then you already have this, then you just fill up. Basically you fill up the values and total it up. Okay, how many of the group do chess and drama but not art? They do chess and drama but not art. So that's 10. How many belong to the chess club? When they ask you a question like this, they want the total of chess club. That means they want the total of all this. That is 19. Understand? What is the probability? So when they ask you probability, you need to give me out a total. 2 clubs. So how many belongs to 2 clubs? 10 got 2 clubs. 2 got 2 clubs. 2 got 2 clubs. He also got 2 clubs, right? They didn't say 2 clubs only. They said 2 clubs. So it could be 3 clubs also. So you take 10 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2. You get 19 out of 30. 2 clubs only. That means only 2 clubs. 10 plus 2 plus 2. 14. All 3 clubs is 6 out of 30. Final answer 1 over 6. Alright. Everybody okay there? So pause the video as you're doing it. Alright. Any questions, just ask. Next one, number 2. In a class of 32, 5 people live in Newtown. So I would suggest you follow my way. Okay, you have Newtown, bus and school dinner. So Newtown, bus and dinner. Okay, 5 people live in Newtown, travel to, that means they do all 3. 5 is here. 3 people live in Newtown, travel to school by bus but do not eat school dinners. They live in Newtown, they travel to school by bus but they don't eat school dinners. That means it's here. 9 people do not do, that means 9 is outside lah. 11 people live in Newtown and have school dinners. So they live in Newtown and they have school dinners, and they did not say but not, they did not say only. So the at and is the whole intersection, which is 11. So if this whole intersection is 11, they already told you this is 5, this should be 6. Students, common mistake, they will put 11 here. Wrong, huh? When they say and is the whole intersection, if they say and but not this, and this and this only, these are the words that you look for, then you can put 11 here. But now they didn't. So that means this total is 11. 9 people travel by bus and eat school dinners. That means this whole thing is 9. Travel by bus and eat school dinner. So this is 4. In total, the number of people travel by bus is 13. So you got this, you got this, you got this. So you just fill up the rest. Okay? Shouldn't be a problem. All right? You fill up slowly and you will get all these values. If you don't, just ask me. How many people eat school dinner? So in total, school dinner, this is school dinner, right? In total, 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 2, that's 17. Okay, so now we are at question 3. Out of 47 international flight stewards, 42 could speak English. So if this is English, the whole bubble must be 42. The whole of this 10 must be Spanish. 6 could speak both. So 6 is in the middle. So neither English nor Spanish. So you're going to fill it up now. 6 must be in the middle. You already know the total for English is 42. So if this 6 is here, this should be 36. And the number of who could speak Spanish was 10. So if this is 6, this should be 4. So you total this up, you will get 46. So outside will be 1. Neither English nor Spanish is 1. Only English, 36. Only one of English or Spanish, that means only one. They can either speak English or they can speak Spanish. They cannot speak both. So 36 plus 4 becomes 40. All right. Question number 4. So now this, I want you to use what I've taught you basically in semester 1, which is when we did ratios. All right, what is said first to the left, what is said second to the right, what is said first to the left, what is said second to the right. And also I taught you this in algebraic techniques. When you see questions like 5 times as many this as that, I've taught you what is said first to the left, what is said second to the right, the how many times to the right. So we're going to follow that concept. Okay, so let's read the question. 4 gardens had a mulberry tree and a lemon tree. So basically 4 will go right in the middle. 4 had both. 6 gardens had a mulberry tree. So mulberry tree in total must be 6. So if this is 4, this will be 2. 5 times as many gardens had a lemon tree as a mulberry tree. So follow what I taught you. What is said first to the left. What is said second to the right. How many times to the right? So L is equals to 5 of M. Do you see that? L is equals to 5M. 10 times as many gardens had no mulberry tree as it had one. No mulberry tree said first, so M prime, no mulberry tree, equals to 10 mulberry tree. So now we are going to just fill up the formula actually, so it's not very difficult. So let's take a look. Now, you've got the total of mulberry tree, right? Mulberry tree got how many? 6. So you put inside here. So basically, I'll just do it at the side. Okay, M prime will be equal to 60. Why 60? 10 times 6. All right, so that means what is M prime? Everything but M will be 60. So you know these plus this must be 60. You understand? This plus this must be 60. Okay? So you know the outside must be 60 lah. That means only lemon tree and no mulberry tree must be 60. Alright. 5 times as many garden had a lemon tree as a mulberry tree. Okay. So you're going to use the same. You already got both the formulas, so I just want you to fill it up. Had a lemon tree as a mulberry tree. So now you know mulberry tree is 6, right? So you pretty much know L is equal to 5 times 6, which is 30. So you know lemon tree in total must be 30. So if lemon tree in total must be 30, this is 4, this should be 26. Then you know it, they've already given you here. Outside must be 60. So this should be 34. Okay, so this is how you basically get it done. All right, how many gardens were in the survey altogether? You total up, you'll get that 66. How many gardens had only one of these trees? Only one. That means they only had a mango tree, only had a mulberry tree, only had a lemon tree. 26 plus 2, that gives you 28. Okay, next one. The percentage of gardens which had a lemon tree. So lemon tree in total is 30, out of 66 is 45%. All right. Okay. All right, so moving on. So let's look at question 5. 80 patients at a heart disease clinic were examined. 40 were regular smokers. 24 had desk jobs. 28 had high-fat diet. Furthermore, among the smokers, so among the smokers, these are the words that you need to highlight. That means they are smokers and they had desk jobs. They were smokers and they had high-fat diet. They are smokers and they fell into all 3 categories. That means 5 is right in the middle. Okay. Finally, 12 patients with desk jobs had high. That means they were desk jobs and high-fat diet. So we're going to use what I've just read to you. So basically, how many patients? So now right in the middle is 5, right? Okay, I will paste this here so easier for me to revise. So I don't need to go. Let me just see how can I do it. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I'll just use this. It's okay. So 40 were regular smokers. So smokers in total must be 40. Okay. 24 had desk jobs. So desk job is here. You just follow. Actually, my order will be easier for you. This must be 24 in total. High-fat diet is 28 in total. Okay, so 5 is in the middle. Okay, now what did they tell you? Among the smokers, 8 had desk jobs. That means they were smokers and they had desk jobs. So they were smokers and they had desk jobs. That means this whole thing is 8. So if this is 5, this must be 3. Understand or not? Okay. 11 had high-fat diet. So they were high-fat diet and they were smokers. So this was 11. So if this is 5, this must be 6. So you will be able to now fill up this bubble here, right? Because they already told you total must be 40. So you already have this. The balance is 26. Okay, moving on. 12 patients with desk job had high-fat diet. That means they were desk job and high-fat diet. That means these two, this middle here is 12. So this is 5, this is 7, correct? Okay, so you should be able to fill this up. This is 10. Okay, so basically they already told you there were 80 patients, so you should be able to fill up everything else. Outside will be 14. How many patients were regular smokers but did not have a high-fat diet and did not have desk job? That means they were just smokers, which is 26. Had a desk job and a high-fat diet but were not regular smokers. That means they got desk job and they got high-fat diet but they were not regular smokers. That is here. 7. Were regular smokers or, when you see or, you want union. That means regular smokers and high, that means this whole union. Union of smokers and high-fat diet. That means you need to add 10 plus 7 plus 5 plus 6 plus 3 plus. That means this whole union. Understand? Okay. All right. Okay, so read the question slowly and answer the question. Okay, let's look at number 6. The heavy machinery operates at mine sites, require a certificate to operate a front loader, a grader, a dump truck. So 100, that means you pretty much know these are the things you need to highlight. Total is 100. So you know 95 is front end, that means the total for front end must be 95, 94 grader, 83 is dump truck. That should be the totals. 90 is for both. N, when you see N is the whole intersection, that means the whole intersection. 77 for these two, 80, 75 for all three. So pretty direct. 75 is right in the middle. So let's look at this. So you have 75 right in the middle here. Okay, 75 right in the middle. Okay, and then what did they say? 80 for a front end and a dump truck. So 80 is front end, front loader and dump truck, which is this. So this whole thing must be 80. If this is 75, this will be 5. Okay, 90 was a front end loader and a grader. 90 is front end loader and a grader. This should be 15 because this is 75. This will be 15. And then they said 77 for grader and dump truck. Grader and dump truck is 77 here too. Okay. All right. So basically, this is how it is. So you total up everything. Okay. There were 100 altogether, and then you fill up the rest. So what is the probability, what's the total for a front end loader or a grader? Or, what is or? So you add up front end loader or a grader, you add up all this. That's 99. Just one machine. This, and this. 3. Just one machine. If the operators who did not have a certificate for dump truck gained that certificate, how many operators would then have a certificate for all 3 machines? Okay, what is happening here is if the operators who did not have a certificate for dump truck, so this is dump truck, right? Who don't have the certificate for dump truck? These, they got nobody, so it's okay lah. These 15 only got these 2. So if they get the certificate for dump truck, what will happen? They will have all 3 machines, right? Now they got these 2. If they get dump truck, they will have all 3. So these 15 will go in here, which will make it 90. And this grader only got 1 now, right? Only got 1. These 2 of them only got 1 license, only got 1 certificate. If they get 1 more for the dump truck, they will have 2 certificates. So they will go inside here. So exactly 2 machines will be 5 plus 4. This will be 0 already. Why? Because this has gone in here. Okay, just take your time and think about it. What's happening is they're saying these people here get the dump truck. That means this will move here. This will move here. This will move here. Pause the video. Take your time to think what's going on there. All right? Okay. Moving on, there were 20 people in a cafe having coffee. Now 5 took milk, 7 took sugar, 10 took neither. So 10 is outside lah. Alright. So basically this one is very easy to see the intersection. So usually how I teach students to do is you call the middle X. So this one, is what you call it is normally you call it X because you don't know. Okay, you call it X. And what would this be? Because you don't know, they didn't give you the middle, right? What would this be? They told you milk in total is 5. So this should be 5 minus X. Understand? And what would this be? Total is 7, right? So this should be 7 minus X. You see here, it's easy to see the intersection. But when you have 3 bubbles, it's very difficult. Okay? So how do you actually do this now? You know this bubble is 10, right? So 5 minus X. So I'll do it here. 5 minus X plus X plus 7 minus X will be equal to 10. So you solve it to find X and you will get that X is 2. So here you can see, you know, 5 and 7, the intersection must be 2. But when you cannot see, this is how you do it. When you don't have the middle, you will call it X. Alright? Okay, so let's look at the next one. There are 20 dogs in the dog pound. So altogether there are 20. 11 had fleas. That means the total for fleas is 11. 9 had a cough. 9 total is cough. And 6 had neither. So 6 is outside lah. So now look at this. You don't know what's in the middle, right? You call it X. Okay, you don't know what's in the middle, you call it x. So this whole thing must be 11 minus x because this whole thing is 11. And this will be 9 minus x. So how to find the answer? 11 minus x plus 9 minus x plus 6. Or you don't want a plus 6 also can, but then this will be 14 lah. Plus 6 means will be with the total equals to 20. Like just now, I just used the inside. That's why I equate to 10. But if you don't want to equate to 10, you just plus 10, then you equate to 20. Gives you the same thing anyway. So it's up to you, okay? So here they are using the whole diagram. So you add up everything is 20. You solve to find x. You will see that x is 6. So if this is 6, 11 minus 6 is 5. 9 minus 6 is 3. So how many dogs had fleas and a cough? 6. Had a cough but no fleas. That means 3. Okay. Next one. In a survey of 100 final year high school students, 24 owned a car. That means in total this is 24. 75 own a CD player. 20 own neither. How many own both? So same. You're going to put x in the middle. So this will be 24 minus x. This will be 75 minus x. Then you add it up to find the middle. Okay, use the same method. Should be okay. If not, just ask me. Okay, this is a bit different. Same concept again. 19 people went windsurfing. At the end of the day, only 3 had escaped a sunburn or cracked lips. That means outside is 3. 4 had both. So they gave you the middle already. So that's why I'm saying this is a little bit different. So they gave you this is 4. Let x represent the number of people who had cracked lips but did not have sunburned feet. That means they only had cracked lips. This is x. They only had cracked lips. No sun, this is x. Now, 3 times as many people, now follow the way I taught you, had sunburned feet as cracked lips. So what is said first? Sunburned feet, cracked lips, 3 times. So f is equals to 3l. So we're going to follow that method, understand? So f is equal to 3l. So what is f now? You want to find, you don't know also, right? You don't know this part actually, you don't know. You don't know this part. You understand? So 3l, you have l1. This is x. They already told you x represents that. So x plus 4 is the whole of l. So 3 bracket that l, x plus 4, which is equal to 3x plus 12. So sunburned feet, the whole thing is 3x plus 12. Understand? So if this is 4, this is 3x plus 8. Because the total makes 3x plus 12. Understand? So now you can solve it to find x. How to solve? X plus 4 plus 3x plus 8 plus 3 will be equal to 19. If you don't get it, I will just write it for you actually. Wait, so x plus 4 plus 3x plus 8 will be equal to, or plus 3 as well if you want. If you want, you can, it's up to you, then you have to minus it from there, equal to 19. So you're going to solve to find x. So once you solve to find x, you can basically find the totals already. Alright? Okay, now this is a bit difficult. I think this question will take you a little bit longer, okay, to actually solve it. Do it slowly. I will go through this, but you will need to do it on your own, on your end, because I don't have all the working here, right? Okay, so now if you look at this question in your manual, we are here. Actually, the last question for Venn diagram already. So you have popcorn, drink, and ice cream. So pause the video, read the question, then follow my video, all right? So I'm following this way: popcorn, drink, ice cream. So you know in total this must be 38, this must be 43, this must be 18. And you have here 10, buy a drink and buy popcorn and drink. Popcorn and drink is 18. Drink and ice cream is 10. Here 10. This is 7. 24% buy nothing. So 24% buy nothing, 24% will be outside. So that's the only thing you have right now actually. There is no other, you cannot fill up any other place in the bubble. So now the only thing that you can do is call the middle x. Because you don't know. So you call the middle x and you work from inward towards outward. So if this is x, what would this be? Popcorn and ice cream was 7x, right? This whole thing is 7x. So if this is x, this will be 7 minus x. Do you all see that? Popcorn and drink is 18%, right? If the middle is x, this will be 18 minus x. Drink and ice cream is 10. So if this is x, this will be 10 minus x. So now you have this part. How to find this? Okay, so now you know popcorn, this whole thing is 38%, right? This whole thing is 38%, correct? So I always tell students this, one of the ways to do it is like this. Okay, so basically you have 38% minus bracket, always use bracket, 18 minus x, correct or not? Minus x minus, always use bracket, if not you're going to go wrong, 7 minus x. 38 minus all this will give you this. You understand? 38 minus this and this will give you 13 plus x. You get it or not, what I'm saying here? Alright, so we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, so same for the drink. So the total for drink is what? 43, right? So 43 minus, always put bracket because there's a minus there. So 43 minus 18 minus x minus x minus 10 minus x. That is how you will get 15 plus x. Okay, so this will be equal to 13 plus x. So I'm giving you all the working already. I really don't want you to be lost. I'm actually doing it with you now. So we are going to find all in terms of x. Okay, all in terms of x, because there's no other way to do it. That's the only way that you can do it now. Okay, now we will do the ice cream also for you. So ice cream total is 28, right? So 28 minus bracket 10 minus x. You must put bracket, 10 minus x minus x minus 7 minus x will be equal to 11 plus x. Okay, understand? 11 plus x. Here we go. Okay, anyways, 11 plus x. I don't know what's going on here already. Okay. Okay, so now 18% buys popcorn and a drink. We have sorted that out. So now you basically have, one second. I'm just going to sort this out so it's easier for you to see what we're doing. Okay, so basically this, wait, is the working, all right? All these are the working for you. So basically now you have everything here in terms of x. So we are going to add everything up. Can you see 13 plus x, 18, all you add up, everything equal to 76. That means everything in the bubble is equal to 76 lah. Okay, then you will solve it and you will find x will be equal to 2. So this question will probably take you about 20 minutes because a lot of working. Okay, so you got to find everything in terms of x. This is a past year question. You can see questions like this coming up. Okay, so what percent buy all three? 2%. Popcorn or an ice cream, or is union. So you add up popcorn, ice cream, everything inside, you get 59%. Right? In a day, 530 patrons visit. How many would you expect to buy? At least 2 of either a popcorn or a drink or an ice cream. So at least 2. That means you're going to take this value, which is 16 now, plus 2, plus 5, plus 8. All you will add up, you find the 31%. 31%. At least 2. At least 2 means 2 or 3. So you can take all these values, this, and this. So you will get 31%. Okay? 31% out of 530 is 164 people. Okay? What percentage of popcorn buyers bought? So popcorn buyers, that means out of popcorn buyers, out of 38%, how many bought something else at the candy bar? So they bought popcorn and this. So how many? So you will have 16 plus 2, which is 18, 18 plus 5, which is 23, 23 out of 38, because they ask you what percentage of popcorn buyers, that means out of 38, 23 over 38 times 100%, you will get 61%. Round off to the nearest whole percent. All right, So that is about it for the Venn diagram. So basically this video is 1 hour long. So as you do your work, you should take about 2 hours to finish it. Okay, upload your work. Any questions, just ask. So basically I've gone through all the questions one by one. All right, so I really hope you will be able to manage it. I've used your manual and the slides. Any questions, just ask me. Okay, all right, we will stop here. Please upload your work. Once you're done, let me know. Any questions, just ask.